Good morning from CTH. I'm Steve Beckworth.
And I'm Tommy Popola. Welcome to the second of our CTH Spotlight films.
Today we're meeting Adam Byatt, a Michelin star chef, food writer and restaurateur. He's also a mentor for many young students coming into the industry.
He's classically trained and qualified, but has been brave and confident in his creativity to get to where he is today as a chef entrepreneur.
So on behalf of CTH student chefs around the world, let's find out more about Adam Byatt.
Hi, I'm Adam Byatt and I'm the chef patron of Trinity restaurant upstairs and Bistro Union in Clapham. I started my culinary journey at the age of just 16 at Claridge's Hotel. It was a decision to go and take on an apprenticeship, and that really was the core foundation that started my culinary journey. I think it's very important that you get the right standard of culinary education. You choose your courses wisely and that you're taught wisely, because actually that's what's going to give you the fundamental basic skill set. I found it incredibly difficult in the beginning to get used to the hours and the pressure and the continual relentlessness of it. It's a very demanding industry. I also think it's a lot better than it ever was. A lot of employers have focused enormously on their employees and trying to make sure their work-life balance is correct, but don't underestimate the hard work that's going to be expected of you. John Williams was my first head chef at Claridge's Hotel and was, over the years, a real sort of culinary father figure for me in my life. When I was that young chef growing up, we didn't have Instagram, YouTube, Twitter. There were people on telly. It was the wonderful Keith Lloyd. It was amazing to see Marco do this program on television. That made cooking become sort of rock and roll for the first time. I remember being a young cook at Claridge's, actually. Guests came into the kitchen to thank the chef for the meal that had been cooked for them, and the chef brought them over to me, a young 19-year-old chef on the fish section in Claridge's, and introduced the guests to me, and I was literally, you know, it just was amazing. For me, it was always about wanting to own my own restaurant. I think that drive to work for myself was always there. Hotels, you're very much a part of a chain of events, whereas in a restaurant, it's very instantaneous. And I liked that interaction, and I decided once I'd worked at the Square that this is where I wanted to spend the rest of my life, and if I could, I would make my own restaurant. What is really important is that initial reaction. Is the CV just accurate, well put together and concise? Nice little email, introduce themselves, explain they want a job, all spelt properly, all organised, polite. When you walk into the restaurant, I am just looking at your attitude. Once we get over the point where I really like your attitude and I think you fit into my team brilliantly, then we start to delve into how have you been taught? What is your fundamental basic cookery like? What qualifications do you have? So make sure that you approach properly. Your attitude is correct, you're dressed correctly. And this industry can only go forward if we all start taking it a little bit more seriously. My piece of advice to you all out there, it is not an industry you can jump into, it is a lifestyle, and you have to love food, but it can bring the most amazing joy.
So that's it from our second CTH Spotlight film. Isn't it great to see what can be achieved from a solid foundation of culinary qualifications, training and real hard work?
So look out for the next CTH Spotlight film coming soon.